Okay, gentlemen, when I tell you to break, you take a step back immediately. Keep your punches up, obey my commands, and protect yourselves at all times. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves.
Well, what a phenomenon this man is. Florian Marku, a huge star in his native Albania. And a fair number of them of his countrymen appear to have made their way to the Indigo Theatre here at the O2 Arena tonight. So we're underway then. Contest scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. And the southpaw wearing the black trunks is Florian Marku. 4 wins out of 4, all 4 wins coming inside the distance. The boxer wearing red, who has begun the contest by tucking up tightly and being forced onto the back foot, is Miroslav Serbann from the Czech Republic, competing in his 15th professional contest tonight. He's got a record of 11 wins, 6 of them coming inside the distance, 3 defeats. One of those via the short route, and that was in his last contest. He was stopped in the opening round. Sean McComb, who was 6-0 going into that contest. Lead left hook attempted, but blocked comfortably enough with the right glove by Marku.
Switches very comfortably. He's already switched a few times from the southpaw stance to the right-handed stance.
He made his pro debut December of last year, Marku, but he was born into fighting. Left his homeland at the age of 4 when the family moved to Greece, and he said almost immediately he got into kickboxing. Over 100 kickboxing bouts and MMA fights under his belt. He was a world kickboxing champion on 3 separate occasions. And decided to switch to the noble art he feels is the ultimate challenge.
You can see he's very comfortable in there, you know, and obviously you can tell it's from the pedigree, having fought in so many combat sports, having fought over his whole life.
Nice right hook after a flashy combination, got behind the left glove, and there's the same shot once again. Serbann fires back, but he's been put under significant pressure here in the opening round. Is the man in red, as the left hand spears between his high-held gloves. Marku looking very composed in the first half of this opening round, and it really is a raucous atmosphere in here. Huge Albanian flags being unfurled and draped over the banners. Looping right hand attempted, and then the beautiful left hand to the body and right hand straight down the pipe from Serbann, showing that he is very much a live contender in this contest.
Oh yeah, he had to let Marku know that he was there. He hadn't really reacted yet. Now the fight should start opening up. Because up until that point, Serbann had mainly just put in a very defensive posture.
That right hook is a cracking shot from Marku. It's delivered rapidly, and it's able to get behind the attempted defenses that Serbann is attempting to put into place with his left hand. Jolting backhand out of that southpaw stance from Marku. He's appearing completely composed up there in the ring. Just a reminder that it's the Ultimate Boxer final next. The atmosphere is lively here, thanks to the Albanian support that has turned out to support their national hero, Florian Marku, in this, his 5th professional contest.
See some of that action in the last round, and some sharp shots, quick hands by Marku. And he mixes the touch shots with the power shots. You see right there, he's trying to open up Serbann. You see what he did with the penultimate punch of that combination. He actually used it to move the glove out of the way of Serbann and then slip in his right hook. So some crafty, nimble stuff for a guy with 4 professional fights. And of course, Ronald, that's because you mentioned that he has so much experience in MMA and kickboxing as well. This guy's, if it's any kind of fighting, he likes doing it.
10 seconds.
So into the second round of this contest, scheduled for 6. Florian Marku fighting here at the O2 Arena. Of course, we're in the Indigo Theatre. He fought on the main stage of the O2 Arena in July in his most recent outing, where he scored a fourth-round stoppage over Tommy Broadbent. Oh, good left hook from Serbann. Again, showing his aggressive intent as he's looking for bent arm shots once again behind the gloves of Marku. But for that contest in July on the undercard of Daniel Dubois.
And he's lively, you know, he doesn't want to let Marku just get too confident and walk him down with these power shots. So he's in a defensive posture, but he'll show some violent technique here and there just to try to keep Marku honest.
Marku out of the southpaw stance is really making hay with that southpaw left in this third round. Targeting it once again, but Serbann unable to deflect it on that occasion. He came back with a good right cross of his own.
Marku's so calm, even at that short distance. You just see the calmness. He's thinking in there and looking for that opening. And even when things are flying his way, he's not affected at all.
Thudding right hand again, even though it was partially blocked by Serbann, still enough to disrupt his balance. Nice defensive work with the gloves from Marku, blocking shots. But then how about that for a quick-fisted cluster from Serbann, getting through the defenses of Marku?
Partially, but it doesn't affect Marku's thinking pattern. You know, it doesn't. Marku is still comfortable at that range, and that's the thing. You have to try to make Marku a bit uncomfortable at this range. Otherwise, he's going to continue to just walk you down and throw these creative combinations that he throws with good speed. So that's the thing. Serbann has been lively at times, but he hasn't landed anything clean enough or something that's gotten the attention of Marku enough to change the thinking pattern of Marku and his approach to this fight.
Beautiful accuracy with that combination of punches from Marku between the gloves and then around the rear of the left glove with the right hand, the final shot of that salvo. Spurred Serbann into action though. Again, his competitive instinct remains intact because he's still looking for a way to win this fight, even though he perhaps doesn't have the tools to do the job, but his desire cannot be questioned. Beautiful accuracy once again as Marku looks to pull the glove down on the follow-up and come around the...
down the right hand and bring it down. I don't think he's doing it in that particular replay, but you see some of the examples of the speed of Marku there.
Corners, 10 seconds. Second down, round 4.
So into the second half of this contest that is scheduled for 6th. Not always an accurate barometer, but just to give you an idea of how big a star Marku is in his homeland as he's driven back to the ropes. He's got over 500,000 followers on social media. Serbann working away with the Albanian fighter tucked up on the ropes, but look at him fight off the strand, sinking in, sickening body shots, and Serbann trying to reduce his height and cover up that torso, which is being tenderized by some terrific hooks.
I'm not sure what happened. Serbann wanted to break himself, so he gave Marku the break to let him fix his shorts.
Bit of a gentleman's agreement there. Marku taking the time to adjust his guard, and as you say, Serbann welcoming that respite that he got from that withering body attack.
Yeah, he probably said, you know what, you fix your shorts, I'll recover from the body shot you hit me with. Oh, there's some more body shots.
And then a chopping right hand upstairs once again,
see what he's doing
around the temple repeatedly after pulling down the attempted defenses with the left hand. Marku presenting a different posture, tagged by a good right hand there, but again, he's the type of fighter who's going to present those opportunities because he's content to fight at short and mid-range.
Yes.
Again, mentioning his huge profile on social media, friends with the Arsenal duo, Gurdan Mustafi and Granit Xhaka. So close to the Liverpool ace as he looks to go through the gears once more and targeting both head and body to terrific effect. Then just standing in punching distance, presenting a target to Serbann in an attempt to make the Czech Republic fighter open up. And he's so quick that he would back himself to score with a counter. Liverpool ace Gurdan Shaqiri, the Switzerland international, was here ringside the O2 Arena in July. Seeing him score his 4th victory out of 4 contests. Trained with those footballers on occasion as well. Strength and conditioning training with Granit Xhaka. Prepares up in Bushey, just outside London. Wouldn't divulge what type of numbers those guys can produce in a gym during strength and conditioning sessions. Sworn to secrecy.
I'm sure it's among them, the competition. Setting us up a good round here. Some of the shots are getting through a bit cleaner here for Marku in this round, especially that left hand.
Showing his toughness is Miroslav Serbann, because at the start of the round he was really hit hard with some effective body punching. Another good round for TNT Marku.
Vidíš, jak on už chodí? On už začal chodit. Ale Miro, vyser se na ty přesný, dej mu tam klidně za ucho. Jsi profi boxu. Obtání ho. Normálně, jak ti tam postojí, obtání ho. A jak ho to rozhodí na nohách, tak potom vyleď. Jo? Hluboký nádech. Dobrý, Nosicko.
See some of that action again. You see again the pushing down of the lead arm. You see the touch to the body. You see how Marku sets up these shots to the head here. Watch the lead hand. You see push down the lead hand and then come over the chop with the right hand. You see he did that a couple times in that exchange. He likes to do that a lot, and he likes to do the body shot where he'll touch the shoulder and then drop it down to your liver. Those are 2 things that he does consistently, but he does them very well.
So into the penultimate round of what has been an action-packed encounter. Little doubt who's winning the contest. The man currently operating out of the southpaw stance, Florian Marku, has been more effective, the dominant boxer in each of the completed 4 rounds. But Miroslav Serbann, as he's demonstrating here, remaining full of intent, trying to win this fight, being outgunned in many respects, but he will not stop coming. Good left right landed by Serbann, forcing Marku backwards. Again, only spurs the man into action. He possesses terrifically quick hands. It's a raucous atmosphere here at the Indigo Theatre. Type of atmosphere that fight fans of a certain age will remember was always in evidence when the Albanian Eagle Krešnik Kato fought. He was a fan favorite at York Hall, the man who was former English middleweight champ. Nice exchange of uppercuts on the inside by both boxers. But he too used to bring out the Albanian community with huge flags of the national flag with the black eagle on the red flag.
Give Serbann credit. He's trying to hang in there. He's trying to hang tough through the assault of Marku. He's trying to make a stand here in this round.
Nick Kato now passing on his knowledge at one of the coaches up at Stonebridge Boxing Club, which is where Mikel Lawal, the Ultimate Boxer 4 champion, plies his trade. His son, Nick the Eagle Jr., I think is his nickname. He's developing into a promising amateur boxer as well. Oh, these 2 men. Oh, those are 2 terrific left hooks to the body from Marku. Just continuing to try to break down Serbann. And look at how that left hand to the body caused the man to wilt. But he's staying in the pocket, trying to unload with his own offense. He's just, again, giving you the impression of a fighter who is being outgunned, but that does not deter him from his efforts, trying to continue to find a way to come out on top in this contest and deter Florian Marku, that's proving almost impossible to do through this point of the contest. Left hand to the body once again, and Marku continuing to break down the man in red. Oh, that's a cracking right hand from Serbann. Perhaps his best shot of the entire fight, but Marku didn't miss a beat and got right back on with his own work.
Absolutely, and credit to Serbann. He's forcing Marku to work here. He's outclassed by Marku, but he's forcing Marku to work. He's forcing Marku to stay responsible. And when Marku's not responsible, he'll land the occasional shot.
Poslední 3 minuty, Mirko. Teďka udělej si to po svým, obtahuju, ale nechci vidět tady to v tom rohu. Nepřilez tam a nezůstaň mu tam s hlavou.
See a nice setup of that body shot. And this went a little bit low, but there's double hook to the body there by Marku. Earlier in your first replay, you saw him set it up with a right uppercut, and that will kind of bring the arms to the center for Serbann in order to block the uppercut to the head, and then you bring the hook around the side. So different angles, different ways and different angles that Marku sets up these shots.
Corners, 10 seconds. Second out, 6th and last round.
So into the 6th and final round then. What has been an explosive contest to this point. Florian Marku looking to extend his perfect record at the expense of Miroslav Serbann. Serbann from the Czech Republic, who represented his country with some distinction on the international stage in what was vest and head guard in those days. Head guard has since been removed in Olympic-style boxing, of course. He represented Czech Republic at the Olympic qualifiers, didn't make it through to the grand stage of the Olympics. Plenty of international representation for the Czech Republic during the course of his tenure in the unpaid code. Made this a competitive affair. Probably conceded all 5 of the completed rounds, but he has made Marku think on occasion, but hasn't really taken the man from Albania out of his rhythm. Marku still demonstrating terrific hand speed as Serbann landed the greater volume of punches in that exchange. A cracking right hand over the top. Serbann isn't really presenting him the opportunity because he's still full of aggressive intent in this fight, but I wonder what would happen if Marku were to try to launch one of these sustained attacks that he demonstrated earlier on in the contest at this stage of the fight.
I think Serbann has given him just enough to keep him a little bit honest, you know. And even now, Serbann is still trying to press the issue a little bit. You know, even if he's gotten the worse for wear, it's kept Serbann busy, it's kept Serbann honest, and it's probably a good experience in Serbann's professional boxing career.
Good shots to the body once again.
The way it's going right now, it's going to be the first distance fight Marku has in his professional boxing career.
Miroslav Serbann, indeed. Oh, exchange of right hands, my goodness.
Yeah. Crosses, left cross from Marku, right cross from Serbann.
Lead left hook with an explosive shot from Marku, backing Serbann up now inside the final 40 seconds. Big intake of breath from Marku. Still, he remains on the front foot, walking his man down. Serbann still trying to make him pay a price as he looks to get inside his own punching range. Well, a terrific contest, that one. Florian Marku going the distance for the first time in his professional career, competing in his second scheduled 6-rounder But for the first time in the pro ranks, an opponent to Florian Marku, and indeed Florian Marku himself, hearing the final bell. No doubt that he'll have his hand raised as the victor. Miroslav Serbann played his part in what was a very entertaining contest, as he worked and had some successes himself, but he's probably conceded. May well be a shutout victory here, but that will be down to the scoring of the referee. An entertaining affair nonetheless. Well, let's get the verdict then from tonight's MC at the conclusion of that contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 great rounds, we go to the scorecards. Referee Mark Bates scores about 60 points to 55 points in favor of your winner, Florian